everybody, it's Stephanie here, and I wanted to talk to you about some invitations I recently ordered. I did a lot of research on what I was looking for, and I compared prices and whatnot, and I decided to go with Minted. So I have to say that I was very impressed with their presentation, which means that I had pretty low expectations. I've never ordered invitations over the internet before, and the process was much simpler than I expected. So the invitation I decided to order was an all-in-one like this that has the RSVP at the bottom and it's attached. So what you do is you fold it like this and you mail it like this. This is the envelope. And then it's attached, so you don't need to order extra RSVP cards. So it cuts the price down, and being this is a postcard size, it also cuts the postage down, which is a huge plus for all of us who are looking to save a little bit of money. So what I did is I went on there and I was looking around, and they sent me a code to get some samples. So these are the samples I got. Oops, I got 5 of them. All of them the same kind of family of invitations that I really liked the concept of. And when I got my samples, I was blown away because not only did I get the samples, which I expected to be in, an envelope, I got a box, and it just made it so special. So that kind of sounds hokey, but when you're planning a big party, you look for those special touches that tell you that a company cares. So I have this box. It says Minted, a marketplace of independent artists, which is nice that you're supporting independent artists rather than a large conglomerate. So it says your big day begins here, and I thought this was so nice. They had these invitations in little packages, and they have a sample of all the different colors and all the different paper and what they look like printed, so you can feel it and touch it. And that was the one thing that I was really unsure of ordering online. When I was a kid, we went and looked at a stationery store, right? You went there and you touched it and you looked through all of the books. I had to do that for my wedding too. And I looked through books and I said, I like that invitation and that invitation. And then you feel them and you say, okay, I like that. And you can't really do that when you're in an online environment or when you're ordering from an internet source. So I really appreciated getting all those samples. And of course the samples of the colors and what metallic looks like, and comes in this little envelope here. They also have all the colors and what it looks like on each type of paper, which was really nice. I really like this one. I don't know if you can even see it, but it's shimmery, and so pearlescent paper. I wouldn't have even known what that would look like. So I really appreciated that the company did that. The other one that was in here is what each font looks like. So here's what the foil options are, and here's formats and accessories, what type of invitations they're offering. Anyway, the presentation's very nice, and it's a lot of information. And anyway, it's a lot of information, but it's really helpful to have that to touch, to feel, because for me, I really have trouble buying things online when I can't touch it or feel like I can send it back because, invitations are kind of a big deal and they're a big purchase and you spend a lot of time figuring out what you want, and it would be so disappointing if it didn't turn out or look what you expected it to look like. So that was really special. The invitation we ended up deciding on was this one. And the reason is that we were going with a vintage theme, and that worked out really well for us. So one of the things I did do was I emailed Minted because I wasn't sure. So what I did is I emailed them and I asked if I wanted to add graphics to it, if I wanted to add places for, a different font, if I wanted to add text in a different place. And they said, no problem. What you do is you'll tell the designer and they will get it for you and they will take care of it. They even went so far in their email to reply, which I got a reply within a day. They said, if you're adding a graphic that we don't have, then you can email it to us. One of the graphics that I wanted to add to this was one from a different invitation. So I just told them what graphic it was and on what invitation, and it was done. So when I was putting together what I wanted to say, I actually put a list of all of the design changes I wanted to make. So what I was impressed with was that you get one proof, or you can pay a little extra to get as many proofs as you want. And of course, when you're doing something this big, of course you're gonna pay a little bit more because it's worth it to have that person to look at it and go over it with you over and over and over if need be. It actually was really neat because the proof came and there was a place to add, and you just click on it, and every place you wanted changed, it kind of add a little note in the exact place that you want to change. So like I wanted this font in a different place, so I clicked here and added a note. Put this way, or change the size this way, or change the font this way. And so this obviously isn't my invitation. This is the sample. But it made me feel very, I guess happy is the right word, confident in my choice of using this company, especially once I got this box of samples where I was like, oh my gosh, my expectations were blown out of the water, and I had to use this company after receiving this. And I decided to become an affiliate, hence this video I wanted to share. So I just got my invitations in this nice box. Well, it's a box. It looks okay. It says Minted. I obviously opened it upside down. But so you open it, and I have all of this bubble. So they wrapped it and really took care of me. They really took care of my invitations. I also ordered thank you notes. That's why it's so big. It's such a big one. But I have my closures. So with my invitation, because it just closes rather than has a separate envelope, they gave me the tabs to close it with. They gave me a little newsletter, information about their company, which is pretty nice. They have all the envelopes for my thank you notes attached here. And what I thought was really nice is that they actually shrink wrapped my thank you notes and invitations so that they wouldn't get damaged. Also, the bubble wrap won't get damaged that way. So the other thing I have in here are my invitations. So they come again, bubble wrapped, and shrink wrapped, excuse me, and they look perfect. I'm really happy with them. We went through 2 different proofs. The first proof came back and some of my fonts were changed and some of the things were different because the designer changed some of the things that I didn't want changed. But it was a simple, change this back, see the original. This is great. Can you change the spacing? And so what I had to do is change the spacing and the fonts a couple times before it felt right to me. And it was really kind of difficult to see it on the computer. So I downloaded it, printed it so I could write on it. So that when the designer went over it again, it had my notes, what were made from my own chicken scratches on a physical piece of paper. So that's just kind of how I operate. But I was really excited about it. I think they did a really good job. I can't wait to send them and get some feedback. My son, because the thank you notes I got for my son, is really excited about his thank you notes because they turned out beautiful. I actually saved a little money on the thank you notes because they're so simple. I did not request a proof on them. So we saved a little bit of money for having no proof done. And then there were options for shipping. I found it was less expensive to get the Minted membership for a year rather than pay full price. So the Minted membership, because I was buying so much, I ordered 2 sets of thank you note cards, 85 each, and I also ordered 100 invitations. And so I ended up saving about $135-ish by buying the $35 or whatever it is. Not very expensive. So I ended up saving over $100 by getting the membership, which gave me free shipping and 20% off my whole order. So I was really happy overall with the product. I'm really happy with my service. The presentation, the fact that they took such good care of my invitations in the shipping process. So I have no complaints at all. And if you are willing to try it or are looking for a place to get invitations and want to try Minted for yourself, I have a link below. Click on it and have a great event. Take care. Bye.